Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest VIII Tutorials. I am CZ, and in this video we're going to go over the June 24th updates for Dragon Quest VIII, and we're also going to go over the new Mega Monster over here that is going to be Demon Dog Leopold. So over here in our notices section we're going to have a couple of things. So down over here for the event schedule from June 24th, we're going to have Event Quest V, we're going to have Eito the Hero level cap increase, we're going to have the Battle Corridor update, which features the second corridor. We're going to have Weapon and Armor Alchemy Cauldron with new recipes. We're going to have a new Mega Monster, so that is going to be Demon Dog Leopold. Then after that, we're also going to have new event monsters, so we're going to have the Molly Satan and also Darth Wolfen. After that, we're also going to have the Login Bonus Part 3, and we're also going to have a Dorakeshi Mission. Then for the 27th, again going to be for the weekend, we're going to have the ReWALK Spots, and we're also going to have the addition of the Molly Satan as a follow-up battle in the Bone Fighter Journey of Awakening. Then on July 1st, we're going to have Event Quest VI, we're going to have another level cap for Hero Eito, we're going to have a new Battle Corridor section unlocked, going to have new recipes again for the Weapon and Armor Alchemy Cauldron, and then we're also going to have a new Giga monster that is going to be Lord God of Darkness Rapthorne. So down over here, in terms of this week's content, you'll be able to get 100 banner tickets for the Divine Bird Retis Banner after completing all chapters of Event Quest V. Then, like last week, you will have chances to get Metal King coins this week as well. So this week, you're again going to be able to get 4 Metal King coins. So 1 for leveling Eito, and 3 for the special mission for defeating a certain number of event enemies, which is going to be 3,000 if you want to get all 3. Then over here from June 24th to July 24th, the Molly Satan and the Darth Wolfen will be introduced as new event monsters from Event Quest V. So defeat these new monsters and get their unique souls. So while these monsters are limited to the current event, they may appear in other content later down the line, such as in treasure maps. So also with the monsters in this ReWALK, they will change depending on what quests you are on. So the new event monsters and the metal type enemies will appear throughout multiple quests. Then over here for this week's Weapon and Alchemy Cauldron, we will now have S-grade gear available to create. So also as you level up your alchemy, you will be able to receive rewards, which include the Molly Satan and A-grade souls. Then also after that, here we're going to have information in regards to the second corridor of the Battle Corridor. So this is going to become available after completing Event Quest V Chapter 5. So you pretty much want to level up Eito to be sure to equip good gear that you can use and use your skill points in order to get through these challenging battles. So as a reward, you are going to be able to get an Eito soul, which can be combined with others that you already have in your inventory. Then over here, pretty much we're going to have the ReWALK login bonus going to be available from June 24th to July 24th. You will be able to get 1,200 gems for this login bonus, so don't miss your chance for free gems. Then also down here, we're going to have Dorakeshi Mission. So pretty much this is going to be, if you go to the casino, do Dorakeshi a certain number of times, you will be able to complete the mission and get also the new Dorakeshi that were released for this event. Then over here we're going to have the new banner. So this is going to be the Divine Bird Retis Banner. So with this is what it's going to look like for both Type 1 and Type 2 characters. So the weapon that you're going to see here, this is going to be the Winged Axe of the Divine Bird. So this is actually going to be a very good weapon, especially for if you're fighting against the new Mega Monster. But over here, in terms of some of its abilities, we can go over quickly. The first one is going to be called Holy Rush. With Holy Rush, it's going to cost 58 MP, does 500 EO or Dane weapon damage to all characters with an additional 3 attacks to random enemies for 270% EO or Dane weapon damage, with the 3 additional attacks having a chance to lower the enemy tension level. So that's actually going to be quite good. Then over here, we're going to have another ability which is called Jiku Kansho, which is going to be space-time interference. This is going to cost 15% of your max MP, and what this does, it increases the duration of buffs to the wielder and to the characters on either side of the wielder by 1 turn. So this can be used only twice in battle. Then after that, we're going to have Itetsuku Hado, which is going to be Disruption Wave. This is going to cost 40% of your max MP. It removes all enemy buffs with some exceptions, and this can only be used once during battle. Then over here, we're going to have the first of the sudden activation abilities. This one is going to be Yuruganu Kokoro, which is going to be Unwavering Spirit. So this is going to cost 10 MP. So while making the wielder immune to having their tension level lowered, raising their tension level through the actions of allies and enemies becomes harder. So this is going to last 4 turns. After that, we're going to have another ability called Tokikoishi Shinto no Hijutsu, which is going to be Secret Technique of the Timeless Divine Bird. So this is going to cost 12% of your max MP. This increases the duration of buffs on the wielder and to the character on the wielder's left by 1 turn. That's going to last 2 turns. Then after that, we're going to have a challenge. So this challenge is called Mezamashi Tsubasa, which is Awakened Wings. So with this here, when the wielder has done an action that has lowered the enemy's tension level to -50, they will have their tension level increased to 100. Their critical hits will become super critical hits, and they will get in another action. So that's actually quite interesting there. So down over here we actually have the gear. So here we're going to have the helmet, we're going to have the chest, and we're also going to have the leggings. So all of them are going to have the same stats. So the first one is going to be the Divine Bird Retis helmet. So with this, going to have plus 7% weapon skill damage. Then over here we're going to have the Divine Bird Retis armor chest, going to have plus 7% EO weapon and physical damage, and then also the leggings for it as well, the Divine Bird Retis armor leggings. So going to have plus 7% Dane weapon and physical damage. So again, all of the gear that I just went over here will have these 3 particular stats. Then of course, we're going to have a special 1,000, 2,000 purchase gem, 10 chest draws available, which you're guaranteed at least 1 5-star gear, but not necessarily from this banner. Then of course, we're going to have stamps as well. So for every 3,000 gems used for a 10 chest draw, you will receive a stamp, and on the 6th, 10th, 16th, and 20th stamps, you will get a pickup in which you are guaranteed a 5-star piece of equipment, but it might not be from this specific banner. But on the 20th banner, or the 20th stamp, you will get the weapon for this particular banner. Then for this particular banner, we're going to have the offense and defense in 1 selection. So with this equipment from the Guardian's Arrival banner and the Hero Tank Suraringuru banner, you will appear in chest draws for the Divine Bird Retis banner. So I actually have the weapons for both of these particular banners already. If anything that I would want from these past banners, I think it would have to be the shield from the Guardian banner that actually had a very nice ability. Then after that, over here we're going to have information about the new mega monster. So that is going to be Demon Dog Leopold. So pretty much from June 24th to August 7th, Demon Dog Leopold will be a new mega monster available on the field. So during battle, Demon Dog Leopold will be able to raise its own tension level and will also have the following resistances whose value may change depending on this tension level. So in this case, the resistances it will have weapon resistance, physical technique resistance, spell resistance, and also breath resistance. All will have at 10%. But like I said, it is possible that these numbers could change due to tension levels. So that's something you want to be careful of. Then pretty much down over here, since Demon Dog Leopold is recommended for special classes level 65, you will be able to have a special once per day perk that lessens the amount of damage taken by the first mega monster that you fight during the day. So with that there, now I want to go to the second part of this video, which is going to be challenging Demon Dog Leopold, as you can see right over here. So this particular mega monster is going to be recommended for level 65 special classes. So for the battle with Demon Dog Leopold, since it has an ability that increases resistances to physical technique damage, I won't be using the power pole here, and instead I'll be using Dane and Eito attribute weapons, which are going to be the recommended attributes to use for this particular battle. So over here you're going to see my High Priest equipped with the Mysterious Crystal. Again, going to use this for Lucky Taro for increasing attack power, and also going to most likely use it, of course, use for healing, but I also might use this for Encore as well. So we'll see what happens there. Then over here, this is going to be my Ranger, so or my Ninja, though I actually did change the order of my characters to have the effects of the next weapon fully fleshed out. But here with the Sword of the 8 Dragon Gods, Dragon Soul Infinite, this is going to be very important as it does multiple attacks to the one enemy. So the chances of me getting a Shadow Weave is going to actually increase. So hopefully I actually will be able to do that. Then over here, this is going to be an Archmage equipped with the Book of Hiten. So if you remember the Book of Hiten, this was my #1 weapon from 2023. So I really like this weapon just from the damage it does, and it can do a lot of damage here as well. Possibly doing over 100,000 damage depending on if I get multiple spells with this particular weapon. So we'll see what happens there. And then also here on my God Hand, I'm going to have the Great Sword of Darkness Repelling Light. So very up until recently, I had this on my leveling team, but I actually have replaced it with the latest sword, the Sword of the 8 Dragon Gods. But this is still going to be a very good weapon since this is going to have a Giga Blade. So it does 730% Dane weapon damage with a rare chance of increasing the wielder's critical hit rate, but it also does direct hit damage every time, so that's going to be good. So with that said, I now want to go ahead into information about Leopold. So for Leopold, going to be a beast type enemy, going to have around 700,000 HP if you solo it. If you are not soloing it, or not using the Tsurumichi support group, it pretty much has 1,400,000 HP. So definitely, if you're soloing, you want to have this 700,000 HP is probably the best thing to have. Then going to have 2 to 3 actions per turn. Weaknesses Day and Io. So its main ability is going to be called Tsubasaha no Go, which is going to be Rain of Wing Blades. So this does around 150 physical damage 7 times to random characters and 450 physical damage to one character and inflicts weaken. Then after that, it's also going to have a Fukitobashi, which is blow away. This does around 450, 600 to 600 damage to one character with a chance to blow them away. Then the next ability is going to be Torokeruyo ni Yamai Kiri, which is going to be Melting Sweet Mist. This puts all characters to sleep and lowers their attack power. After that, we're going to have Tsue no Maruku, which is Magic of the Staff. This does around 480 direct hit damage to all characters with a chance of removing a buff. After that, we're going to have Kyoketsu no Iki, which is Frozen Breath. This does around 450 Haro breath damage to all characters with a chance of freezing them. Then after that, we're going to have Hyokai Bazooka, which is going to be Ice Block Bazooka. This does around 250 Haro breath damage to one character with a chance of freezing them and lowering the defense by 1 rank. After that, we're going to have a Kazeo Matoi Tobi Agata, which is going to be Leaping Wrapping Wind. This increases breath damage by 1 rank, increases physical technique resistance by 2 ranks, increases tension levels by 2 levels, and gives the enemy the critical hit guard buff. So that's going to be a bit annoying having that buff on. Going to have a regular attack that does around 500 damage to one character, and then going to have a sudden activation ability called Sento Taisei ni Natta, which is going to be battle resistance. So with this is going to increase tension level by 2 and gives the critical hit guard buff right at the beginning. So my notes for this particular battle is use Summer Memory to bring back characters that have been blown away from the battle. I do not have that particular healing weapon, so I'm not going to worry about that, but if you do have it, you definitely want to use it. You want to refrain from using physical technique attacks since Leopold has resistance to physical technique attacks. Pretty much that's going to be later in the battle. You could use it, but if you actually have something that can remove buffs, you can actually just go ahead and use something like the power pole. You want to use Protective Shield to prevent being put to sleep or weakened. Do as much damage as you can to the enemy before their tension level reaches max. So tension levels cannot be removed with buffs. Then also you want to equip weapon, gear, and souls that give you damage and resistance to beast enemies. So with that said, I want to go ahead into this particular battle. So here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So hopefully things actually do go well. So I think things should be no problem, and I have plenty of time to defeat the enemy as well. So first things first, let's see, first going to have my God Hand. So I actually have a buff on already. So here what I'll do is I'm actually going to go ahead, use Gather Strength. Here what I'll do is I'm actually going to go ahead and use Chant of Magical Echoes. So here, okay, good. Got a spell crit, so 42,000 damage, and 25,000 damage, so that's good. So here I want to go ahead and attack, so Dragon Soul Infinite. here what I'll do is I'm actually going to go ahead, since my 2 attackers are actually going to have already have their attack power increase. I want to increase the power of my Archmage. So, ooh, that's very nice. So let's see what happens first. Okay, so, okay, 3 of my characters are frozen. There goes Fukutobashi blow away, but my God Hand was able to block it, so that actually worked out quite well. So there goes 51,000 damage. 41,000, so close to almost 100,000 damage there. So here what I'll do is I'm actually just going to go ahead, use Battle Demon Release. My guess is close to 100,000 damage. Yep, 123,000. Hopefully here I can actually get Shadow Weave. No Shadow Weaves there, that's fine. So here what I'll do is I'm actually going to go ahead, use an Encore on my God Hand here. Here, my guess 60,000. 51, okay. Okay, there, Leopold was able to blow away my God Hand. Ooh, okay. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and heal up my characters. So there goes the Ice Block 2 times. Ooh, okay. So let's see. Here I'm actually going to be a bit risky. Revive my Archmage. And hopefully here I can get my Shadow Weave. Yes, good. So here all I need to do is just go ahead and attack. And heal up. So Freezing Breath. And then there goes Ice Block. No problems. So here just going to go ahead and attack. Again, if I can get another Shadow Weave, that would actually be great. Nothing there, but that's fine. So in this next case, I would say that possibly this coming turn could possibly go down. So here, just going to give an Encore. And down. Okay. So this battle is worth 42,500 XP. So Leopold is a red soul. Here I got a D. So you can see here the total amount of damage that I did was 786,024. Okay, so that was my battle against Demon Dog Leopold. So that battle, I was actually able to get through it, though I actually did lose 2 of my characters. One character I lost twice, my Archmage, mainly because they do not have as much HP as the other characters, but pretty much what happened later on in the battle is that Leopold had a tension level up to 100, so in that case damage that it was doing was probably a bit more. That's the reason why my ninja and also my archmage actually died, but I was able to get him down to a certain point where I didn't need to do as much damage, or I only had to do a little bit more damage to it in order to defeat him. So I actually use Encore with my God Hand, especially at the second to last attack they did was around 83,000 damage, so that actually worked out quite well. But yeah, so in terms of the weapons that I was using, things actually did work out well. I did get a Shadow Weave during the battle. I was hoping for more in certain critical situations, but yeah, so the Rain of Wing Blades actually, that's actually quite devastating. So yeah, but definitely with the weapons that I had here, things actually did work out quite well. Then besides that, I now actually want to go over the S grade soul of this particular enemy. So here going to be a red soul, S, and Leopold is going to be right over here. So this is going to be the soul here. So since it's red, its main abilities or stats, general stats, are going to be with your max HP, your strength, your agility, and your dexterity. So 104 HP, 145 for your strength, 150 for your agility, 163 dexterity. So besides that, for the skills, you're going to get plus 7% to weapon and physical technique skill damage, plus 10% to Dane weapon and physical technique damage, plus 6% to Shadow weapon and physical technique damage, plus 3% to your critical hit rate, and then also plus 7% to knockdown resistance. So this actually is not a bad soul, so definitely I actually do have this on my God Hand, since it does increase Dane damage quite a bit, but I already have this just locked in now. So that's going to be it for this particular video. So in terms of what's coming next, definitely next week I will be going over the Giga monster, so that is going to be God of Darkness Rapthorne. But besides that, if I have a video in between, like I mentioned before, I still haven't gone over the Legend Horse Hokuda and also the Soul, so I actually do want to go ahead and do that. In terms of, I actually have gone over the Okura, but I haven't gone over the Soul and also a slightly different strategy for it, so I actually might go over that in my next video. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.